Adobe's new Photoshop AI assistant can automate repetitive tasks. We'll talk more about it in a bit, but first, Toyota battery electric vehicles (BEV) owners can now have Apple Maps help them plan charging stops along their route via CarPlay. Alongside an announcement that the Toyota BZ is now on sale, the automaker says all 2023 and newer battery electric vehicles can now integrate real-time battery information to help drivers with iPhones find compatible chargers. In the U.S., this would simply mean the BZ4X, which is being replaced by the BZ. Apple Maps will take into account factors like battery performance and elevation changes when estimating battery percentages on arrival and charging times. CarPlay is Apple's in-car infotainment system, offering maps, music, calendar tools, Siri, and more. While it's currently compatible with over 800 car models, EV charger routing requires access to the car's battery info, which means automakers must work with Apple to enable the feature. The integration's rollout remains pretty limited, and before today's announcement, the only compatible vehicles were the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the F-150 Lightning, and the Porsche Taycan. Toyota also said the 2026 BZ will have access to the Tesla supercharger network, opening up more than 25,000 charging locations for the new model. The BZ features the NACS charging standard, first created by Tesla before being open-sourced for the entire industry. Remember, you can find the latest gadget news, reviews, price drops, and more right now at Engadget.com. Among the usual slew of AI enhancements to its Creative Cloud apps, Adobe has introduced a new Photoshop AI assistant to help automate repetitive chores and provide personalized recommendations. At Adobe Max 2025, the company also introduced new tools for Photoshop, Premiere, and Lightroom, while launching a new AI generative model and bringing in new third-party models from Topaz and others. A key new feature in Photoshop and Express, Adobe's all-in-one design, photo, and video tool, is the AI assistant that lets you chat with it in a conversational manner to gain more control, power, and potential time savings, according to Adobe. With that, you can tell it to take on a series of creative tasks like color correction or resizing. You can easily switch between prompts with the agent and manual tools like sliders to adjust brightness and contrast. It can also provide personalized recommendations and offer tutorials on how to accomplish complex tasks. In a brief demo, Adobe showed that when you switch to Photoshop's agentic mode in those apps, it minimizes the usual complex interface and leaves you with a simple prompt-based UI. You can then type in the task you want to accomplish, and the agent will perform those steps automatically. You can then jump back into the full interface to fine-tune the result by changing things like brightness or levels. Along with the AI assistant, Adobe introduced a few other AI tools for Photoshop. Chief among those are new partner models for generative fill that lets you easily remove unwanted objects and fill in the hole left behind. Those include Google Gemini 2.5 Flash, Black Forest Labs Flux.1 Context, and Adobe's latest Firefly image models. It also introduced Firefly Image Model 5, Adobe's most advanced image generation model yet. Photoshop also gains a new generative upscale option that uses Topaz Labs AI to upscale small, cropped, and other low-resolution images into 4K with realistic detail, Adobe says. Another feature, Harmonize, lets you place objects or people into different environments in a realistic manner, eliminating much of the work necessary for such compositing. Harmonize also matches the light, color, and tone of foreground objects and people to the background. Premiere, meanwhile, introduced a similar feature called AI Object Mask that performs automatic identification and isolation of people and objects in video, so they can be edited and tracked without any manual rotoscoping. The app also gains new rectangle, ellipse, and pen masking in Premiere to make targeted adjustments, along with a fast vector mask for quicker tracking. Finally, Lightroom is getting a new feature called Assisted Culling. It lets you quickly and easily identify the best images in a large photo collection with the ability to filter for things like focus level, angles, and degrees of sharpness. Photoshop's generative fill with partner models, generative upscale, and harmonize are now available to customers today. Premiere's AI Object Mask, Rectangle, Ellipse, and Pen Masking, and Fast Vector Mask, along with Lightroom's AI Assisted Culling, launched today in beta. Adobe's Photoshop AI Assistant, meanwhile, will be available through a private beta waitlist. Thanks for listening to the show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Today's show featured journalism by Engadget contributor Steve Dent and was produced by Spoken Layer. I'm Imran Sheikh, and we'll talk more tomorrow.
Spoken Layer.